Hey guys, how you doing? You're very welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first attempt at trying to make a video for YouTube. I have absolutely zero knowledge on how to do video editing or any of that sort of stuff. But I wanted to start a YouTube channel basically to document the work which we do here in getting vehicles ready for selling. So we sell a lot of used cars and light commercials. And we do an awful lot of the work in-house in here ourselves. So most of the small mechanical work, brake pads, this stuff like that, the air filters, we'll do all in-house. Anything like clutches, gearboxes, timing belt kits, I have a mechanic who does that sort of work. But we do all the cleaning, the detailing, prep, all that sort of stuff. We do it all in-house here. So the reason, as I said, to start the YouTube channel is just to document what we actually do here with the vehicles and to give our customers the opportunity to look and see what work was actually done to a particular vehicle that they want to try and buy or look to buy. So yeah, I have a few vehicles in stock already, but I've decided to make a start to make these videos. So I'm going to take you out into the workshop here, and we have a wee Fiat Doblo van, so we'll get started and see how this works out. This is my workshop. This is where I do most of the mechanical work. I had bought this lift back about 10 or 12 years ago. I had an opportunity to buy it with a fella. It was reasonably cheap at the time, and I happened to buy it, and it just so works out now that it's been very useful. So as I say, this is a Fiat Doblo van we have in 2014. I just give it a quick wash there earlier on, and it's not too bad. There's a few wee bits of light rust on the bottom of the doors, but overall it's not too bad. It's quite dull at the moment. I've went over with a clay mitt just to remove any tar and stuff, so it's going to get a full polish and clean up. But first of all, I would like to get the mechanical work done. So just as when I was driving it about, I could notice sort of a creak in the front of it, and so it's quite benign. These hooks, it's the shock top mounts goes in them. We set them Berlingos or had the similar issue. So both sides, there's a bit of play in the spring, and you can hear it as you're turning the wheel. Just sort of creaks and bangs. Needs a set of front tires. But apart from that, it's not in too bad condition. It's MOT'd until the middle of this year. So I'm based here in Northern Ireland, so we can only put MOT on vehicles that has only 3 months left or less. So yeah, I'll get the wheels off here and check the brakes and see what sort of work they need done as well. Alright, we're going to set it up on this tripod here and get the wheels pulled off. See what these brakes are like. Yeah, it's going to need a set of discs and pads. Quite rough. Like ball joints and track rod ends and everything, they're all tight, there's no play in them. Yeah, so get a set of discs and pads ordered up, a set of shock top mounts, and get them put in. Right, so it's a few days later, I've got all the parts ordered up. So we use the brake pads, brake discs, and 2 shock top mounts. And we also went and got a service kit, so air filter, fuel filter, oil filter, and just a wee bit of paint then just to touch up any areas that needs cleaned up on the back doors. So we'll stick this up on a time lapse, and we'll get the front stub axles out, get the springs off and shock top mounts changed over. Right, so far we've got the brake carrier removed, brake disc removed. As you can see there, there's quite corroded. So we're about to remove the hub from the shock. So we're going to lower the van down now and loosen the bolts to the top, take the shock out. Right, so I've got the shock removed. I'll just look on the device here. I don't want you to be able to hear it, but if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear what. So that's the creaking noise that we were getting when we were turning the wheel. So I'm going to use the spring clamps now. Press the spring and try and get this shock top removed. It's a wee bit rusty. So we get it cleaned up, a bit of WD-40 on it, and see can I get it out. Right, so that's the nut removed. As you can see, it just all fell apart. You can see all these wee bearings inside here. They've all come out. So we'll get this changed over and get the new one on. Right, so that's the new top mount on. Just bring all back in place. So we're just going to do the reverse, hopefully get it out, put it back in it. Right folks, so that's this side complete. Move the shock back in, drop link back on. New brake disc, new brake pads, and everything tightened up. So it's just a matter of repeating the same process on the opposite side. I'm not going to record that, so we'll come back whenever they've all complete. So that's the other one swapped over, turned out there's actually a leaf broke on this coil spring on the bottom. So I had to go and get a new coil spring for this side. So new shock top mount on. So now we just get it refitted. So that's that side now complete. New disc and pads on, shock fitted back in. So I'm going to start the van now and get the engine warmed up. I'm going to change the oil and do the fuel, oil and air filter as well. And when it's getting warmed up, I'll do a bit of a tidy up here. So the engine's running off the temperature now, so I'm going to drain the oil. So I'm going to take off the oil filler cap first. Then we'll drain the oil, we're going to change the fuel filter. Just located here. The oil filter, just located down here, and the air filter. We get it up in the air and drain the oil. Okay, so that's the oil filter, air filter and fuel filter changed. So I'm going to start the engine now and put it back up in the air, check for leaks, do a quick clean down and put the cover back on. Okay, that's it back on the ground. Just going to switch it off and we'll let it sit for a while and check the oil levels. Alright, now it's been a few days later. I've got the new tyres fitted in the front of the van. So brand new tyres on. So next thing I want to do, I want to get the bodywork polished up. It's a wee bit dull because I went over it with a clay mist just to remove any contamination and tar and stuff like that there. So yeah, we'll go over the whole van here. I'll stick it up in a time lapse and be able to see what it looks like here when we get it all done. Alright, just quickly jump in and show you what the difference it makes. So just very quickly give it a wee quick polish and you can see the way it brightens up the paintwork. Yeah, so it's well worth doing. Yeah, we're not going for absolute perfection, but we're just looking to get a bit of a gloss and a shine back into the paintwork. Yeah, so we'll continue on, get the rest of it done. Alright, so that's the machine polishing all done. As you can see, it definitely does a good job with the paint poke. It brightens it up, it's well worth doing. It's a slow, tedious job, but it's something that's definitely well worth doing. You would have also seen in the time lapse, I just went along and touched up any chips on the edge of the doors. Same around the back door, we had a small bit of rust on that bottom edge, so we put a bit of rust treatment on it and touched it in with a bit of colour matching paint. So all we're left to do now, we just need to vacuum it out inside, possibly give the seats a go over with the wet vac, and then just go around and do a bit of dressing on our plastic trims and tyres, and that'll be it, ready to go. Alright, so that's the whole interior done. It's the next morning. So I have one of these wee dehumidifiers. I've bought Curry's or Argus or some of those places, I think. It's great fun. So after you do a wet vac in the seats, something like that, it's just a great way of getting them dry, plug it in. Yes, you can see the amount of water. Yeah, so it just means that the seats are now going dry. Yeah, perfectly right. And they've cleaned up fairly well, there's no more stains written on them, so yeah, we'll just give it a wee bit of interior dressing on the panels, on the plastics, and then we'll do plastics on the outside and the tail dressing. I'm gonna get it photographed and up for sale. Alright folks, so that's that all done now. That's it complete inside. As the seats cleaned up well, you can see we have a bit better out the light here. We put a bit of dressing on the plastics. You can see the time lapse, we just went right down all the plastics outside. A little bit of dressing on the tyres. All that's left now is just get a few photographs and get it up for sale. Okay guys, so that's my first attempt at making a YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed watching the process of how we got this vehicle ready for sale. We do the same process in each of our vehicles, so going forward I'm just going to record everything what I'm doing. For any of the more major mechanical work, I get my mechanic to do gearboxes, timing belts, stuff like that there. So yeah, look, I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm learning how to do this as I go along, this video work and editing and stuff like that. It's going to be very basic. I'm not going to get it too fancy. But yeah, look, if you liked it, like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.